Good evening, everyone. Chad here from Strongman Gold Coast, just giving you an update on what's happening in Strongman in Australia this week. We're fresh off running our first ever grip and mass wrestling competition today at Coco's Gym. Winners there in the mass wrestling, we had Tim O'Shea in the open men, Sjoerd Vandenberg in the under 105 men, and finally Scout Simmons in the lightweight women. In the grip wrestling, first place taken out by Matthew Waldron, big favourite in the grip event. Second place, Mason Douglas Cartwright, and then third place, Terry Sparks, who came across from powerlifting to have a go and did incredibly well. Now, on Strongman in the country right now, you might know on strongmangoldcoast.com, which I also look after, I added records not too long back, and this week we added the Monster Dumbbell, or Circus Dumbbell records, proven to be very popular already. We had, after I put the first records up on the internet, I made a call out to see who would be the first person in the country to lift a monster dumbbell at their own body weight. And it didn't take long for them to have a go at it. We had Michael Smits was the first person to put a video up. Straight away we had him hit a huge lift of 69.2 kilos at 80 kilos body weight. So we're only 10 kilos off body weight already. Here he goes with that beautiful machine dumbbell by Strong Melbourne. Now, next one, not long after that, we had Lee Shaw in the same evening stick up a video, fresh off his win off Australasia's most powerful man and woman. Here he is hitting a monster dumbbell of 91 kilos at only 80 kilos a monster dumbbell of 80 kilos, only 91 kilos body weight. So after these two videos, we're only less than a week into making this call out for who would be the first, and these guys have both hit very easy within 10 kilos of their bodyweight monster dumbbell lifts. So Lee's done. Now, beyond that, another big one this week is obviously Australian Strongman Alliance Nationals on August 6th. You check out australianstrongmanalliance.com.au. We've got all the updates there. First up, Strongman Eben LaRue, most well-known pro strongman in the country. He'll be there on the day to help out. He'll tighten your belt, have a chat to you, cheer you on, give you tips. But he's there just to help the competitors. He'll even step in and have a go at a couple of events in the day, but he's here to support the sport. And easy guy to talk to, loves a joke, and even doing a single spinner burnout in his Commodore on the odd occasion. Other announcements, we've got Nutrition Warehouse on board now. Thank you very much. They've sponsored all my Strongman Gold Coast events. They'll be offering first, second and third prizes for every division at the event. That's over 24 prizes now. We're also looking for loaders and helpers at the event on the day. You will be paid and have lunch provided. Fitness for busy people, that's our physio. James Grafton is volunteering for the day, so free physio for those at the event on the day. One of the big announcements and popular this week was the keg toss. We'll have 8 kegs thrown into a sand pit being built specifically for us at the venue, which is the RACV Royal Pines Resort. Entry forms are now available, and not only that, you can win yourself a holiday to Tangalooma Island Resort just by being a member of the Australian Strongman Alliance and entering. Fantastic resort, only 75 minutes from Brisbane. The prize includes a whale watching cruise and wild dolphin feeding for 2 people. So get your entries in before July 6th to take advantage of that prize. Now, to qualify for the Nationals, there are still a couple of events left. If you can also check out the details on the Australian Strongman Alliance specific page. When you go to the website, just go to the events. There's an ASA Nationals, got its own menu, and the entry forms there as well. But all the details are here, including the other events, including the log lift, deadlift, and wheelbarrow carry, and all the updates so far on the Nationals, including all the sponsors. Make sure you check them out. They're all supporting the sport. To get to the Nationals, been a few events that will have qualified you so far, including Australasia's most powerful man and woman recently. Today was Tasmania's strongest, which also qualified you, and the Victorian Strongman Grand Prix Round 3 out of Strong Melbourne also qualified you. Next weekend, PTC Macarthur have a fantastic event, the War of the Titans, with some really cool new equipment they're building at the moment. They always run a good event. Beck, Mick, and Matt down there. They've got a car deadlift, Hercules hold, stones for height, pinch hold, and arm over arm. I believe it's going to be a heavy event with some cool equipment. That will qualify for the Nationals. Strongman Showdown, run by Drew Spriggs of Dreadnought Strength, being run at PTC South Brisbane, the first strongman competition to be run out of there since they've joined with World Gym. It's a strongman style push-pull event with an axle deadlift. That will also qualify you for the Nationals. After that, that'll be the last event available in Australia that will allow you to qualify for the Nationals. And to qualify for the Nationals, you only have to compete in one of these events for those. So far this year, this is our inaugural event. Now, updates from strongmangoldcoast.com. we have our Strongman records, as we were speaking about earlier. They've been very popular. This week, we've had the stone lifting records pop up, mostly because Tyson Morrissey jumped up and put in his 200 kilo stone lift as an under 105 competitor to a height of 1.2 metres. Still the biggest stone lifts we've seen so far have been to 1.3 metres from the Adelaide record breakers. Luke Reynolds and Jordan Steffens hold the equal record there. Colin Wolfe and in the under 90s, Andrew the Peanut Stewart both hit 191 kilos. The records there are always an interesting thing to look at, because we found on Strongman Gold Coast earlier this week quite a big discussion on how do you quantify records. How do you make records standardised? Do you make records standardised in Strongman in Australia? It's a very big question, since Strongman is about being able to lift whatever is put in front of you. But something to be questioned later on, and maybe I'll do another video just about that specifically. And then also updates on Strongman Gold Coast. We have the Strongman events listing in Australia. So strongmangoldcoast.com has all of the strength events listed in Australia, including the Australian powerlifting events. They're all sub-listed by state and CrossFit events. So all your strength sports are covered, but most important for us, the Australian Strongman events. Grip and Wrestle was today, as was Tasmania's event and Strong Melbourne event, and the War of the Titans next weekend. Then Brisbane North Barbell always runs a great novice comp out of North Brisbane there. Strongman Showdown we mentioned. Then the two guys, Lee Shaw and Jake Taylor, came first and second, Australasia's most powerful man and woman. They're planning to go over to the SCL World Championships in Finland, and they're trying to raise money with a 4-man Strongman team event to help them raise money, get over there. PTC Sydney running, I believe, their first novice Strongman competition. Ben Simpson trains out of there, and he's a great help and a great guy. I'm sure it'll be a great day. Then we've got ISF always putting on unique and awesome comps. Will, they're one of the best supporters of the strongman sport in Australia. They've been running comps for over 22 years. And, of course, the Nationals. Keep on scrolling down for many more events, but there's heaps there available for you for the coming up for the whole year. So Strongman Gold Coast has a heap of information for you, news and updates. Keep an eye on it. So that's my update for the week. If you've got anything you want me to talk about in the future, probably for me the big one to talk about is how we standardise strongman events and records in the future, and if we